Let's start creating the API methods. Let me first add the database connection string in the app settings JSON file. Now let's add an empty controller to write our API methods for department details screen. Let's name it as department controller. To work with database, we need to install a database client. Let's install it with a NuGet package. Let's also import the namespaces. To read connection strings from app settings file, we need to make use of dependency injection. Let's first create a variable of type iConfiguration. It will be instantiated inside the constructor during runtime. Now let's write an API method to get all data from department table. The attribute HTTP GET indicates that this method will only allow GET requests. The return value from this method will be JSON array. I'm writing raw queries here. You can choose to write stored procedures or maybe use entity framework for this. I'm writing select query on the department table and select the two columns department ID and department name. I will be getting the data from the database into a data table object. Let's get the connection string from the app settings JSON file using the configuration instance. We will be using data reader to fill the data table with data which comes from our database query. We will be executing the database commands in the database within the using clause. This will make sure to close the connection even if there are any exception. We will first open the database connection, and using the given query we create a command. We execute the command using the execute reader method since we are expecting a return value from the select query. And then we will fill the data into data table using data reader. Once this is done, we close the data reader and the connection. Finally, we will return the data table data in JSON format. Let's test this API method. This seems to work. Let's now add the post method to insert new record into department table. The attribute will now be HTTP post, and instead of select query we will now use insert query. We will be sending the department object to our post method in the form body. We will be passing the values to our command using command parameters. This will avoid SQL injections. Let's also create the put method to update records. For update query, we need to pass the new department name and also the ID of which we are trying to update. And finally, let's implement the delete method. The attribute will now be HTTP delete. And let's write our delete query and pass the ID of which we need to delete. Now let's test our API methods. We will be using Postman to test since we can test only get method in the browser. The get methods seems to be working. Let's add another department using post method. Looks like we are not sending the success message after adding. Let's try again. We see that the record is added successfully. Let's verify this using get method. Now let's use the put method to update a record. The put method also works as expected. Now let's check the delete method. We need to make some changes to the delete method attribute to accept ID in the URL. We see that delete method also works as expected.